Greetings, everyone, and a very warm welcome to another edition of Marketing the Invisible. I'm Tom Poland, joined today by Natasha Miller. Natasha, g'day from down under. Where are you hanging out?
Hey, I'm in Oakland in the San Francisco Bay Area.
And is it as hot as Hades today in Oakland?
Nope, it's
Midsummer?
always about 72 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh my gosh, you must live in the perfect place,
I
climate-wise.
do.
Um,
Paradise.
Off climate and onto your magic powers. Um, Folks, Natasha kind of sits at the helm of a company called Entire Productions. It's described as the go-to experience design event and entertainment production in San Francisco and has been on the Inc. 5000 list. Get this, the fastest growing companies in the US for 3 years in a row. Uh, it's an extraordinary achievement. And I know enough about designing event experiences to know that I would not want to try it for all the money in China. It's extraordinarily complex, folks. It requires organization, it requires forethought, it requires synchronization, and it requires double and triple and quadruple checking everything. So it's a pleasure to have you on the show, Natasha. It's the title, folks, of this is going to be a little different. I'm going to focus on another one of Natasha's specialties. The title is How to Write the Story of Your Life and Attract PR, Grow Your Email List, and add another revenue generator to your business. So I'm going to be all ears. Natasha, let's kick off. Question number one, our time starts now. Who's your ideal client?
My ideal client is a mature and successful entrepreneur that has inflection points, high and low, to share with everyone that is walking in their shoes before them. So we want to learn from these people's mistakes and their successes.
Fabulous. So question two, 6.5 minutes left. How would you define the problem that you solve for them?
I help them figure out with a system that I built, that I created when I wrote my book, how to just get started now without having to have, where do I start? How do I do this? I'm not a good writer. I don't
Yeah,
know what I'll write about. I just clean the slate, and literally you come into this program that I'm teaching and you're getting started, not just with writing, but with really figuring out what the book is going to be about and laying it out. I just make it so much easier for you.
right. Perfect. So, and it's a big problem. A lot of people have a book in them. They know they've got a book in them. A book's been in them for years and years and years, if not decades. So that's the problem you solve. And the other thing, folks, I want to point out here, and I know it's not Natasha interviewing me, but I have to say this, is even if you do get a writing a book, turning it into a lead generator and a revenue generator is a whole different expertise as well. So
Mhm.
Natasha, we've got both of those problems solved in one. Tell us about the symptoms, Natasha, please. 5.5 minutes left. What would you say would be the top 2 or 3 symptoms? Someone listening to this goes, yeah,
Mhm.
that's me. I need to find out more about this.
You've achieved a lot, you've suffered a lot, you have
Mm,
incredible stories, but you can't think of how you could put them all in one book. And the answer is you shouldn't put them all in one book. And you may have one, two, three, or four or more books in you, but let's just get started and focus on this one first.
right. Right. Yes. So that could be a big symptom. And I guess question four is some of the common mistakes people make when trying to solve this problem. And I guess that's one of them is thinking they've got to cram everything into one book. Anything else you want to add to those common mistakes? 4.5 minutes left.
That you don't, like, if you're dyslexic or you can't type or you don't think you're a good writer, none of that really matters. You can just get over those things with the program that I'm teaching.
Right. So a lot of people hold off because they think they're somehow disqualified themselves. So
Yeah.
let's flip it now. Question five is one valuable free action. So this is like a top tip or something that so it's not going to write the whole book, but it could
Mhm.
get people started and heading off in the right direction. 4 minutes
Yeah.
left.
I would create an inflection timeline of your life from 0 to the age you are now and jot down the major things that happened in your life that were top 5%, like you won the lottery or you're on the Inc. 5000 list or something like that, as well as the bottom 5%. You got hit
Oh,
by a car and lost your leg. you had a divorce, those kind of things. Those
Yeah.
are the points that you're looking to put down on this piece of paper, not that you had a great brunch with your friends on a Sunday afternoon.
Right.
So catalog those
So
inflection points.
right. So the top 5%, the bottom 5%, I think that's very clever. Thank you for that. So folks, that would get you started. Let's help people even more. Question 6 is a valuable free resource. Where could we direct people to that's going to give them even more to get them started?
Of course, memoirsherpabonus.com.
Memoir, MEMOIR, Sherpa, SHERPA, as in someone who's a guide to the top of the mountain, bonus.com. Thank you for that. We've got 2.5 minutes left, so ample time. Question 7 is, what's the one question I should have asked you but didn't?
Yeah, I think the question that you should have asked me or could have asked me is why I waited until I was 51 to publish the story of my life.
And why did you wait until you're 51, Natasha?
Good question, Tom. So the answer to that question is I probably thought about writing this book when I was 35, when I was 40, and I certainly would have had a story to tell. But what I didn't have back then was the space between the very, very low and high inflection points and the time to reflect on them and make sense of them and make them available to honor the reader and anticipate their questions and anticipate their needs. So not to say that if you're 35 years old, you can't write a memoir or the story of your life. You're going to write a different one than if you were 50. But for me, the book that I really wanted to put out in this world, which is called Relentless Homeless Teen to Achieving the Entrepreneur Dream, really couldn't have been published before it was this year.
Perfect. I've got goosebumps, tingles running down my spine. There's a lot of authenticity, and I think you've just touched on one of the most remarkable things about you, which is, from a homeless teen to a successful entrepreneur. So they say the best earth is the earth that's gone through the worm. That's what gardeners say, and I think we've just heard, we've just got some rich soil delivered our way, if I can put it like that. Natasha Miller, thanks so much for your time and your insights.
Thank you.
Thanks for checking out our Marketing the Invisible podcast. If you like what we're doing here, please head over to iTunes to subscribe, rate us, and leave us a review. It's very much appreciated. And if you want to generate 5 fresh leads in just 5 hours, then check out www.5hourchallenge.com.